guys, welcome back to another vlogmas video. In this one, I'm going to be attempting to catch up on my Goodreads reading goal again. I don't know when the last video came out, but I did already film one and put one out of me trying to catch up to my reading goal for the first time, and it was an actual fail. I started out that video by being 4 books behind, and I ended that video still being 4 books behind, even though I read 3 books in that video. So we're gonna try to catch up on it again, but actually try to catch up this time. I'm gonna try to read as much as I can, listen to as many audiobooks as I can, and we're just gonna see how close I can get. Do I think that I'm going to complete my Goodreads reading goal for the entire year? Honestly, no, but we're gonna try to get as close as we can. I am still 4 books behind schedule as of right now. So I started a book last night and it's called Snowed In by Catherine Walsh. I actually read, this is the second book in this like little Christmas series, and I read the first book in that first video. So this one is a spin-off kind of the first one, but this one is about one of the brothers from the first book and his life in Ireland with this girl. I'll read a quick part of the synopsis. It says, Megan is dreading going home for the holidays. She's the village pariah and the she-devil who left golden boy Isaac at the altar 4 years ago and ran away to the big city. She could really do without the drama, particularly as she's engaged again and she's just been dumped for the 4th time this year. Christian's fed up of being on his own every Christmas. He doesn't mind being alone, but he hates his family's sad eyes and soft tones as they sit around coupled up, because he's actually totally fine. So when Megan literally bumps into Christian in a Dublin pub, they come up with a pact to see them through the holiday season. They're going to be one of the best fake dates for each other ever. So it's another fake dating trope, which I personally really like, but I really enjoyed the first book, which now I think Holiday Romance was the name of the first book in the series, and then there's this one, and I honestly think there's one more in the series, so hopefully I enjoy it. Heather McLary on YouTube actually rated this book like 4.5 or 5 stars, so I have high hopes for this book. But yeah, that's the one that we're gonna start with. I did, like I said, already started. I only got 5% of the way in last night, so nothing has really happened. The first chapter was literally just Megan running out of her wedding and like leaving him at the altar. And then we kind of got like a little glimpse of Christian's life. Literally the last sentence in the last chapter I read was Megan bumping into Christian at the pub and spilling wine down his shirt. So that's where I'm going to be picking up on today. And yeah, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and let's just get right into it. Hi guys, it's been I think like 2 days since I've last talked to y'all. I have made it pretty far into the book. I'm 60% of the way in, and I actually read most of this book literally last night in bed. So when I woke up yesterday, I think I was at like 20% of the way through the book, and then I went to bed obviously at 60%. So I read 40% just in bed last night, which is pretty good for me, honestly. If that doesn't tell you that this is a quick, easy read, then I don't know what will. I'm really enjoying the characters, or at least the main characters, which is Christian and Megan. I am not loving a lot of the side characters. One of them was Christian's little sister, but she has since like changed her ways, and I think I like her now. But we learned recently why Megan left her ex-fiance at the altar. That's what happened in the prologue, was her leaving her fiance years ago. And I feel like in the beginning you're kind of made out to not like him, because duh, he was the one left at the altar, and that sucks. But we just found out why she left him and the things that she found out in the days leading up to the wedding. So I'm now rooting for Megan. I'm like, good for you for leaving that man at the altar. I hope he was embarrassed, because he did things that literally honestly were crazy that they happen in real life, and it's crazy. I don't want to say what it is in case you decide to read this book, but yeah, other than that, I'm really liking it. It's so quick. I think I'm gonna finish the book today, considering I literally read almost half of it just in bed last night. It says there's only 2 hours and 54 minutes left in the book, and it's still pretty early in the day. I know it probably doesn't look like it, but it's currently raining outside, so it's so dark and gloomy in here. But I'm definitely gonna finish this today. So depends on when I finish the book, on like when I'll talk to y'all next. If I finish it in bed tonight, then I'll probably talk to y'all tomorrow. But if I finish it in the next few hours, I will talk to y'all then. been a few days since I've talked to y'all, and we're gonna get to that in a minute. But if you can see why I'm wearing a sticker, it literally says I just got a tattoo, because I did, and it's gonna be kind of hard to show y'all. It's upside down, but I just got this matching cherry with my best friend because she's down here visiting, but that's why I'm wearing a sticker, if y'all just happen to be wondering. Maybe you weren't. But I ended up finishing Snowden a few days ago. I wasn't able to update y'all because, like I said, my best friend was visiting, and we have been go all around Austin, so I haven't talked to y'all, but I ended up finishing it. And guys, this book was adorable. It was so cute. I really enjoyed it. I liked Christian and Megan's story. I really liked Christian as the main male character. I will say there was a part towards the end of the book that I didn't love. I don't want to say didn't love, it was just really cringy to me, and I don't even almost want to talk about it because I don't know if this is like a normal thing in Scotland, so like am I just being the weird one? But there was a part, so Andrew and Molly, who were the main characters in the first book in the series, Andrew is Christian's brother, so they were in this book a lot, especially when they were at the family's house. And Andrew was going to take Molly up to this cabin in the mountains and propose to her, and it didn't end up going exactly as planned because there was a giant snowstorm and Molly like kind of threw a fit. And so Christian and Megan were like, well, let's take advantage of the cabin because if y'all aren't going up there tonight, then we're gonna use it. And so they ended up going up there, and after Molly had like calmed down or whatever happened, Andrew and Molly did end up going up there, but Christian and Megan were still there. They went up there and like took all the food inside that had been delivered on the day Molly and Andrew were supposed to go. And so whenever Molly got up there, she was like looking around in the fridge, and she spoiled the proposal for herself. She saw something in the fridge that said like, will you marry me or something? I don't know what it was, but and she like kind of freaked out about it. She like stopped talking to Andrew and actually everyone, and she just like threw this whole fit. And so obviously everyone was like, oh, she doesn't want to be proposed to. But the reason she was mad is because she was gonna propose to Andrew. Obviously that is not a like stereotypical proposal. Usually the guy proposes to the girl. And so I don't know, the fact that she was really upset and like angry that she didn't get to propose to him, or like she still could have, but she was just mad at the whole situation. Like she wanted to surprise Andrew up at the cabin and propose to him, but Andrew was gonna propose to her, and she was like so pissed off about it. And like, you do you, if that might be a thing in Scotland, like girls proposing to guys. I don't know the different norms between countries, but like it was just the way that she acted and like how she was going about it. I just did not like that part. And then they actually ended up getting down on one knee, like each of them, and proposing to each other in front of the whole family. And I just thought the whole thing was really cringy personally. Okay, like you do you, it's fine, whatever, but like the way the scene went down was just really odd to me. So I don't want to say that knocked off any part of the rating, but like it just, I don't know, that was just kind of weird. But overall, it was a really good book. I'd recommend it. I thought it was adorable, and I think I'm gonna give it a 3.75 stars. It honestly could maybe be bumped up to a 4, but for now, I'm gonna keep it at 3.75. That being said, I did take like a day off of reading, and I forgot to tell y'all that I'm changing the course of this video. I probably already like mentioned it in the intro over like text, but I originally was filming a like trying to catch up on my reading goal part 2, but I just realistically am not gonna catch up on my reading goal. I think I still have like 6 more books to read, and there's only like, I have like 6 or 7 more books to read to reach my goal, and there's like 2 weeks left in the month, and it's not gonna happen. So I'm changing the course of this video to just be reading Christmas books for a week, since the first book I read was a Christmas book, and now I'm reading another one. So that's what we're doing now. I picked this book called The Plight Before Christmas by Kate Stewart. The reason I picked this is because Carter Sullivan, if any of y'all follow her on YouTube, she's the best. I love her. She read this book, and she's a very strict book rater, like very strict, hardly gives out 5 stars. And she gave this book, she said she was either gonna give it like a 4.75 or 5 stars, but that was already weird for her, or like rare for her. But the fact that it was a Christmas book was like extremely rare for her. She could not believe she was giving this book that high of a rating. So I was like, I'm gonna go read that. So I started it. This book is also, I like the synopsis because it ties in with my all-time favorite Christmas movie, and honestly just movie in general, which is Christmas Vacation. So I'll read the synopsis very quickly. You can skip this if you don't want to listen, but It says, Clark Griswold was onto something, at least with his annual holiday meltdown. And since the last 3 weeks of my life have been riddled with humbug, another breakup, a broken toe, an office promotion I deserved and didn't get, I'm not at all in the mood to celebrate nor have the happiest Christmas ever. When Mom insisted that we all gather at my grandparents' ancient cabin for an old school family Christmas, I fully intended to get into the holiday spirit with the help of the 3 wise men, Johnny Walker, Jack Daniels, and Jim Beam. But those boys did absolutely nothing to offset the shock or temper the sting of seeing my ex on our doorstep the first day of our holiday soiree. Stuck for a week with the man who obliterated my heart nearly 2 decades ago, I did the only thing I could do and put on my game face, thankful for the home advantage. So, kind of seems like this might be a second chance romance. Like, she's getting back together with a guy that was in her past a long time ago. So I don't know, it just seems cute, and I'm hoping that because Carter rated it very high, that means I will rate it very high. So because I've had such a busy 2 days, I'm literally so tired from running around Austin. All I want to do is sit on the couch and read, so that's what we're gonna do. I hopefully next time I talk to y'all, I'm like literally halfway into this book. So yeah, we'll see. I will talk to y'all either tonight or tomorrow. Hi guys, I wanted to give y'all an update on where I'm at because this happens to me all the time. My Kindle's been unlocked for a while because I've been reading, and as soon as I go to like click on the screen, it shut down. This happens to me all the time. I have such horrible timing. But I wanted to give you an update because I read a lot last night. I read till like 2 a.m. So I'm reading The Plight Before Christmas, obviously. I'm now 42% of the way in, which is page 152. I don't know how I feel about this because at first I thought it was really cringy the way that the main male character was acting. So Whitney is with her entire family, like her parents, her sister, her brother, their kids. They're all at their family cabin, and her brother brought along a friend this time because he didn't have anyone to spend Christmas with, and so he was being nice. Like, I get that part. But it ended up being Whitney's ex-boyfriend from college from like 10 or 15 years ago. And it was just so cringy to me how, like, the way he started acting with her instantly, like I don't know, it's a little weird to me how he instantly was just like, oh, I'm gonna show up after not talking for 15 years and we're gonna get back together. Like, that's how he's acting. That part's kind of cringy to me, and it was kind of hard to get past at first, and there's still some cringy parts, but I think it is getting a little bit better. I'm trying to think of something else that happened. I feel like there was another part that was kind of cringy to me, and I was like, what is going on? I don't know, just the way that Whitney and, well, really not Whitney's being very reasonable. Like, if my ex from 15 years ago just randomly showed up to my family's Christmas and not like ruined it, but kind of ruined it, you know, because they didn't end on good terms, like, I would be mad too. So I get Whitney's point of view, but I don't know, just Eli's being a little weird to me, how he's acting as if like nothing ever happened and like just like jumping into everything. And Whitney's sister is also making me really mad, like almost like forcing Whitney to just do things that she doesn't need to be doing. I don't know, just sometimes some of the characters are being very cringy and unrealistic to me, but other than that, I think it's pretty cute so far. I mean, I obviously read like 30% before bed last night until 2 a.m. So yeah, they're really just at the cabin right now, going day by day until Christmas, doing different like family activities, going into town, doing like a Secret Santa sort of thing. Yeah, I'm gonna try to read a lot today. Like, I want to get to 75-80%, which I think is very reasonable. But I am starting to film my like winter day in the life today, which probably came out before this video. So if you haven't seen that, you should go watch that. But yeah, that's where I'm at right now, 42%. And then I will talk to y'all probably tonight and let you know how far I got. Hi guys, I ended up finishing The Plight Before Christmas literally like 5 minutes ago, and I just need to get my thoughts off of my chest because that book took me for a whirlwind. I'm not even joking. I don't even remember what I was at what percentage I was at the last time I talked to y'all. I think I was at like 40 something, wasn't I? Or maybe it was over 50. I don't remember, but either way, I think I've read like half the book since I last talked to y'all. And and we ended up getting Eli's backstory, like what happened to him as a kid, and I don't want to spoil it in case you're gonna read it, but we ended up learning how Eli was just like sick as a kid, just like how he struggled and like how his parents passed, and just like I started crying so hard. It was so, not like so hard, like uncontrollable, but like I was crying. It was so sad, and I hate crying when I have my contacts in, so I was like, Reagan, like tough up, you're okay. But there were just so many sad moments. I also just loved the like family connection in the book, like how, I don't know, I love the whole idea of a big family getting a cabin together. Not, they didn't get the cabin, like it's been in their family for a while because it was their grandparents, but like I love the idea of like your whole family getting together and just spending a week together for Christmas. Like that literally sounds like a dream to me, and that also was weirdly getting me emotional because like I hope to have that one day. Not that I don't right now, like I love my sister and I love my parents and like my boyfriend, but like me and my sister, we don't have kids yet, like we're young, and I just can't wait for the day that me and my sister do have kids and we're able to go on these like giant family trips, because me and my sister, like we're the only two children, and like we're not super close with our cousins. We were younger, but we just like, we always kind of did stuff as like a smaller family, like just my parents and me and my sister. So like I'm so excited for the day that like, I don't know, I can get a cabin and spend like a week with 10, 15 of the people I love the most in the world. Like I loved that aspect of the book, and I loved how close everyone was and like how they all bonded together and like with the kids and stuff. So I do think it was just a little bit cringy, like I said, about how Eli was acting. Like you are coming back after 17 or 18 years and you just think like you think you're gonna get her back, and if you're not, you're gonna be mad about it. Like I think that whole aspect was pretty cringy, like not even just a little, like it was pretty cringy. I liked the overall aspect of him like wanting to get her back, but he was being very like, I don't know, it was a little cringy to me how he showed back up and was like trying to like force her at first. I don't know, it was just a little weird, and he was acting so nonchalant about it, and how he kept like eavesdropping on all of the sisters talking even though it was like sister time. Like that was just a little weird to me. Overall, I read the book in a matter of like 3 days, which is pretty good for me, especially with a book that's like a full 390 pages. So I think I'm gonna give the book a 4 stars, which is pretty good for a Christmas book. It could be like a 3.75, 4 stars. It usually takes me like a while afterwards to settle on a rating, because I will think back to the book and think about how much I liked it, or I'll start comparing it to other books, and yeah, but it sits somewhere in that area. So I would highly recommend it. It does get pretty graphic towards the end. There are a few spicy scenes, so keep that in mind. But I thought it was a great book. It was like a comedy too. It was so funny. Like there were points to where I was literally giggling. I don't know if I've ever read a book that's like actually comical. So yeah, that's gonna be the final book that I read in this video. I only read 2, but it was, I think, a full week of reading, 7 days. So I hope that you guys enjoy this video. This is the second to last Vlogmas video, and I'm really sad about it actually. So I hope that you guys enjoyed all of the Vlogmas videos, and I hope that you decided to stick around, because I love you guys so much, and I'm so thankful for all of you, especially during this holiday season, and just kind of like reflecting on the last year and how my channel has, you know, developed. So developed is kind of a weird word. How my channel has grown, I guess, just a little bit. So I love you guys so much. Don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you want to see more of my videos, and if you want to see the last Vlogmas video. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you in the next one.